while he obviously loved his sister, their play was at different stages, and nothing beats having a playmate of your own age. I'd warmed to Jill, my support worker, as soon as I'd met her. She was straight-talking with lots of social worker experience, kind and empathetic too. So when she told me a little about Alex, and that he wouldn't give me any trouble and was just what we needed to ease us back into fostering, I believed her. A new year, a new start, I said. It was Saturday, the 10th of January, and I was feeling very positive. Alex, like most of the children we'd fostered, had had a very unsettled early life, but was going to be adopted, so, to use a term social workers use, his case would have a good outcome. What wasn't so good, however, and worried Jill, as it did me, was that Alex was having to move foster homes again, now, not long before the move to his adoptive parents. He'd already had 3 previous foster homes since coming into care 18 months ago, and now he was having to move from his present carers, where he'd been for 5 months. The couple had 2 children of their own, and the woman was pregnant again and had found it all too much, which I suppose was understandable. But there was only a month before Alex would be moving to his adoptive home. And they can't be persuaded to keep him for the last month? I asked Jill on the phone. Moving is so unsettling, and Alex has had more than his fair share of moves. Apparently not, Jill said with a small tut of disapproval. Although, if I was their supervising social worker, I'd have tried to persuade them. Some extra support could have been put in to keep Alex there, but the carers are adamant he has to go. I was therefore providing what is known as a bridging placement, an interim home in between his present foster home and his permanent adoptive one. I hadn't been given much notice of Alex's arrival, but that was often the case in fostering. Jill had telephoned the day before to tell me a little about Alex. Once I'd agreed to take him, Debbie, his social worker, whom I hadn't met yet, telephoned and said she'd asked Alex's present carers to bring him for a visit on Saturday afternoon. Then he could move in on Sunday morning. It was good that Alex was having the chance to meet us and look around the house first, so it wouldn't be so strange and unfamiliar when he moved in. As it was the weekend, neither Jill nor Debbie would be present when Alex visited or moved in. His present carers and I were experienced foster carers, so it was felt we could manage this between us, which was fine. Debbie and Jill would phone on Monday to make sure the move had gone well. In preparation for Alex's visit, Adrian had arranged some of his favourite toys in the living room. He was quietly excited and looking forward to meeting Alex. Paula had brought down one of her favourite dolls from her bedroom.
"He won't want to play with dolls,"
Adrian said a little disparagingly. Paula looked hurt. "He might," I said. "You do sometimes. And less of the stereotyping, please." When the front doorbell rang a little after 2 o'clock, Adrian and Paula came with me to answer it. Paula brought her doll. "Kathy?" The man standing on my doorstep said. "I'm Graham, Alex's carer." "Hello." We shook hands. "And you must be Alex. Nice to meet you. Come on in. It's freezing out there." Alex was a slightly built child with brown hair and a sallow complexion, and was huddled deep inside his navy parka. He looked up at me wide-eyed and nervous. "It's just me," Graham said as they came in. "My wife, Sandy, is having a rest." "Okay," I said. "This is Adrian, my son. He's nearly the same age as Alex." "Hi," Adrian said, taking a small step forward. "And this is Paula, my daughter, who's 3.5. Paula grinned shyly and clutched her doll protectively to her chest. "Nice to meet you both," Graham said. He was of average height and build, with fashionable chin stubble, and I guessed he was in his late 30s. "Say hello, Alex," he told him. Alex managed a small, very timid "hello." "Take off your coat then, mate," Graham said to Alex. Alex did as he was told, and I hung his coat on the hall stand. He also took off his trainers. He'd brought a toy car transporter with him, and I admired it. "Adrian likes cars, too," I said. "He's set some out in the living room for you both to play with."